be the you that's meant to grow. There's always something inside. Hello. Welcome back, guys. Another Wednesday live in the building. How you guys doing, Chicago? It is Brandy J, Chicago's #1 empress. Brandy J, the alchemist. What is going on? Y'all, have y'all been enjoying this beautiful weather? It's like 90s. People are practically melting outside. I know it's a lot for us, but just keep in mind, y'all, snow will be hitting us like the blink of an eye. So let's enjoy the weather, enjoy the high vibrations. If you guys are able to sun gaze just for a tad bit, enjoy that. All those downloads the sun is generating to you, and all the photons and everything that you have within. And continue to tap within and continue to enjoy the high vibrations. Again, today we are on Intellectual Radio. Let's go. Y'all know what's going on. High vibrations, high consciousness conversations, and high things going on. Today's show is always brought to you by yours truly, True Essence. We are a unique spiritual spa located 1605 West Roosevelt Road, Broadview, 60155. We are a unique spa specializing in nail care, hair care, and so much more. Also, you can follow me on IG. That's Brandy J _. That's Brandy 3 Ys J _. And go get us where y'all at. Let's go. Go get us in the building. You know how I feel about the credit. But now, guys, we have expanded. What? Yes, we have expanded. So not only is it the personal credit, but come on, it's business credit as well. So we are tapping into business credit and assisting you guys with every business venture that you have and so much resources. So we're going to have someone on the show soon to give you more insight on the economics and the back history of the company and things of that nature. But in the interim, I just grateful you guys are here another Wednesday. Let's go. If you want to tune in live, feel free to give me a call at 708-223-8953. Again, that's 708-223-8953. Don't hesitate to tap in with your girl Brandy J. You know how we get down. So in regards to today's conversation, is going to be a finale of last week's discussion. So just to a quick synopsis, last week's discussion was in regards to high value men and high value women. And we had a little dialogue about it. We had a special guest who is actually back in the building today, Corey Ether. Let's go. We are going to have a battle of the sexes. Yes, we're going to have Miss Nirvana. She's coming in. She's a yoga instructor. She's also a business owner and just an all-around well spiritual young lady. Also, of course, you guys know Corey Ether, actor, all around entertainer. And of course, my cousin Mark, Intellectual Radio, tune in with him every Wednesday, 5 p.m. He also will be joining us as well. We just want to have a diverse conversation. But in the interim of space, I just want you guys to tune in and make sure you tap in and call. So last week's conversation was in regards to high value men and high value women, right? So some of the things that we said as far as what makes a high value man and a high value woman were some of the we outlined a few things. So we're going to actually start with the men, right? So for me, what makes a high value man, just a quick overview, is one who is a protector, right? A provider, right? Also a foreseer, someone who can kind of see into the future and or see into unforeseen circumstances and be able to be ahead of those things to make sure that the impact is not as heavy, right? So a man, a fine man, exudes all of those qualities, but the most that's prominent to me is one who's divine and connected to source, because that's very important, because you have to have a higher calling outside of you, outside of me, outside of our relationship dynamic, right? So of course, when you're answering to a higher calling, you're more likely to be on your pins and on your toes, basically be on your toes. So as far as a high value woman, some of the things that we said, what makes a high value woman, what I deem, my personal opinion, a high value woman is one who's, of course, connected to creator, connected to divine source, one who knows her femininity and knows how to use it to her best benefit. And we're going to actually dive into that some more when Miss Nirvana comes onto the stage, as far as femininity and tapping into that. I feel like we as women, we've been, especially Black women, we've been overly sexualized, and sometimes maybe in the way we dress or whatever, that can be kind of misinterpreted. But I do feel like it's fair for us to be able to express our sensuality, but we also know how to carry it well. So we need conversations like this from from other people so that we can learn how to fine tune ourselves, right? So one, as far as a high value woman, is one, again, her being connected to source, her just knowing her feminine power, her also owning her truth, whatever that may be. She walks and talks and lives her truth out loud. That's a passionate woman. It's nothing like a passionate woman because it just exudes inwardly, outwardly, right? It comes from within and then it goes out, right? And then everyone can connect with that. So that's a very, very good tools as far as high value woman. But more than that, it's also personal development, which I think is for both parties, both men and women, right? Because when you're developing your personal self, whether that be financially, whether that be physically, whether that be spiritually, or even educationally wise, like whatever it is that you're developing, be 100% about it. Is nothing better than a person who fine tunes themselves. Yeah, you have this, you might have these accolades, or you might have access to credit or wealth or intellect or whatever have you, but our iron sharpens irons, right? So it's nothing wrong with being around people and or doing things that's going to sharpen the skills that you already have, right? So personal development is a part of that. So that's why we have Miss Nirvana coming to the stage, because she's going to give us good insight as far as what self-love is, right? What self-love looks like. Also, what the benefits of yoga and meditation. So off the rip, I feel like meditation and yoga is very good, and I'm not the best at doing yoga, you guys. I'm really not the best at doing yoga, but to try to attempt and to learn it is a great thing, right? Because it allows you to just like remove all the noise and all the chaos. And it's something about when you do body stretches and you like, remember we were talking about communication at one point and sigils. And I don't think we kind of dived into the power of the tongue and how sigils and all the and sorcery works. We'll dig into that on another conversation. But just understand that with your hands, with certain movements, that you are provoking a certain type of positive energy. So when you hold your hands like this is the hands of the Egyptians. When you see on the ancient temples, it's called the Ka. It is the infinite source of life, right? So this is some form of, when you're doing yoga, you do a stance like this. Maybe you're like holding your knee up or whatever have you. So it's not just about the breathing of it, it's the whole action of it. And once we learn how to communicate through our body, through our aura, through our vibrations, through our words, through everything. Communication is not just verbal, right? So yoga allows us to, one, breathe properly, learn how to breathe properly, learn how to stretch the body properly, and also learn how to commune with the ancestors through just through certain hand gestures. People like with The Rock, why was Jay-Z doing that? That was a mantra. Okay, understand that was a mantra he was doing. Okay, so we're gonna dive into that in more conversations, how mantras and sorceries and sigils work, but understand that there's unique ways that we can tap into our divinity, and having people like Miss Nirvana hitting the stage to expose us to how those things work is just such a bomb thing, right? So yes, guys, we're gonna end with the battle of the sexes, guys. We're gonna have some good conversation, some good just some good intellect. We want to see it from both parties. It's not fair just to get my perspective. We want to make sure we get everyone's perspective. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bear with me. I will be right back. Your girl is coming. Intellectual Radio. Let's go.
Yeah. I see you, baby. Get your shine on. Get your glow up. One time. For the babies on the south side, the east side, the west side, the north side. Chi-town. Hey. Oh. There's a song in your song. It can flow from short to long. In your song, you are the story. Getting past your past, struggling with your past. It'll pass. It'll pass. There, over there, you're torn from where and there. It'll bear. You'll get there. I know what I know. I suffered more than you know. Yet I can grow. In the cold, in the cold. There's always something inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you beautiful, it makes you. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the you that's meant to grow. There's always something inside of you. Something inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you you. Yeah, yeah. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the you that's meant to glow. You find it in the afterglow. Glows from the bellows of your soul. And you know it's what you put here for. And it's clear, so clear, the reasons why you're here. It is. You can change the atmosphere. There's something incredible within the meeting of the minds. Like, if you were being kind, spare our brother a dime. He can take a red line to 100 lifetimes. And you wouldn't mind it because God had already prepared for you a place to be ageless, where you can brush your face with lilies and sing songs of Makiba. There's always something inside of you. There's always something inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you you, makes you beautiful. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the you that's meant to grow. There's always something inside of you. Inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you you. Yeah, yeah. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the you that's meant to glow. Find it in the afterglow. The glow of love is in you, now shine like the stars do. It's in the cards for you, you can go beyond the deep blue. No bars are set in the conquest. Illuminate the sky in scarlet hues if you believe you are the truest. If you are Savior or Judas, your heart will speak what your truth is. Now let the chatter be the catalyst. Let it fuel the music. Don't adjust your volume, say it loud and let them hear you, then smudge the residue. And whatever you did, you can undo. Black gold is attainment. History is unchangeable. But until time runs out, the future is changeable. Bring forth the balm and let the healing heal on. Time moves today and tomorrow is already gone. Transcend the stratosphere and get your glow up. Transcend the stratosphere and get your glow up.
You the type that'll change your life, make them look at you in a different light. Still be shining on them 20 years later, just to show a hater that they still a hater. You's a living legend and emancipator. You so live, you create a player. I mean, you the reason that I'm getting paper. You the I should carry some toilet paper just to wipe me down. Do it better, do it right. Do it different, do it nice. You do the impossible, then do it twice. Hey, everybody wanna know why you killing them so hard, why you taking it so far. Baby girl, you a star. You got it. Yeah, I want it. Baby, you got it. Girl, you got it, baby. I love it. You got it. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Yeah, I want it. You got it. I love it. You got it. Girl, I love it when you do it to me. Girl, I love it when you do it to me. You got it. Driving them insane. So ain't nobody in your lane. I'm the player, you the coach. Won't you put me in the game? I be surfing on your wave. You the baddest all around. They should call you fire marshal. Cause you know you shut it down. You shut it down. I love how you do it better, do it right. Do it different, do it nice. You do the impossible, then do it twice. Yeah. Everybody wanna know, how did you get so fly? Oh, they not on your level. Yeah. You can't get up that high. You got it, you got it. Now want it, now want it. You got it, you got it. Yeah, I love it, yeah, I love it. You got it. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. You got it. Yes, you do. I want it. I wouldn't lie, baby. I love it. I do. You got it. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. You got it. You're the hottest thing I've ever seen before. And I will never hesitate to let you know. No, I want 1,000 in the room, and all I see is you. Ain't no need to lie. I won't lie. Baby, you the truth. You got it. Yeah, I want it. You know I want it. You got it. You know you got it. I love it. Killing them, baby. You got it. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. They ain't got nothing on you. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. You got it. I want it. You got it. You got it. I love it. You got it. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Love it when you do it to him. When you do it to him. Girl, I love it when you do it to him. Love it when you do it. You got it.
I put it down. I put it down. Just got dressed. Need something to get into. Pretty girl on deck. She just wanna have fun too. She know how to roll one. If I need her to come through, turn up, we best friends. All till we follow, she want to. A female version of myself, couldn't be with nobody else. Vibe is so amazing every time we touch. You, I just can't get enough. But I know how to put it down. Said you want the real one, baby, you found one. So when you're ready, baby, I put it down. Say you want the real one, I am. Baby, you found one. So when you're ready, baby, I put it down. If you want it, girl, I put it down. Way down, I put it down. 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 Put it down. Don't keep it real. Baby, tell me what you like that. Girl, I got what you need. Don't worry about a thing. Let me put you on the right track. I ain't gonna lie though. When you wear that thing, it made me feel some type of way. It's going down, way down. Booty looking sweet like cake. Tell me how many licks would it take? Let me show you things you ain't never seen. Vibe is so amazing every time we touch. You, I just can't get enough. But I know how to put it down. Say you want a real one, yeah. Baby, you found one. So when you're ready, baby, I put it down. Say you want a real one, yeah. Baby, you found one.
Hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. Sorry about the delay, but you guys know how Brandy J is coming. Intellectual radio. Let's go. So coming into the stage, we have Miss Nirvana. How are you, boo?
I'm real. How are you?
All is well, boo. I thank you so much for coming to the stage. So, today we are talking about high value men and high value women. And we have a few other gentlemen that's going to come in. It's going to be the battle of the sexes, right? But before we do that, we want to make sure that we talk about personal development. So, I ended with as far as what makes a high value woman. Which is one being in tune with her higher self, being in tune with source, being able to own her truth, and also work on her own personal development. So some of the things that I listed for personal development, spiritually, physically, financially. So I want you to tap into one, Miss Lady, Miss Queen. What is self-love to you? And how does that show up as far as being in a relationship with a high value man?
Self love to me is first and foremost loving yourself. Loving yourself goes as far as doing what you need to do to keep that peace. Now, as humans, we get stuck in that work mental statement to meet the needs of others as far as bills, so we can have the appearance, but we forget about what we need to do for ourselves. And I say that to say self love to me is meditation,
Yes.
is mental. It starts with your mind.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and I didn't even get a chance to introduce you properly. So, give the people a little bit about yourself. I know that you are a all-around great businesswoman. I know you also have products that you sell. You're a great model. Also, guys, if you haven't tapped in, I have my website launch, True Essence One, and hey, let's go. Miss Nirvana was the beautiful, beautiful model, and she's just so dope all around. So, just please give people a little bit background about yourself and what you do and what you bring to the table, your beauty.
So it's funny that we're here talking about development because I am a early childhood development teacher. On the side, for myself, I teach yoga. I'm a yoga instructor, and for my meditation, I make candles. It's what brings my peace, what brings out my creativity. But I am a Pisces, so I have many tasks and many things that I do to bring out my creativity. I model, I sew, I'm a travel agent, but at heart, what I do is yoga. You can follow me on Instagram as Yogi Pie Fitness.
Yes, say it again, Miss Lady.
Yogi Pie Fitness.
And
that is my
guys,
brand.
yes, she will be also joining us at True Essence. So she's going to also be an instructor. So bringing that lightness to this area, because I feel like as Black people, we need those vibrations. We need to learn healing practices that doesn't necessarily involve the traditional way of healing, right? You just always don't have to go to the doctor. It's not always that type of way. Sometimes just meditation and yoga and just being around like-minded people who vibrations are high. So just give me a quick synopsis of what meditation and yoga can do aesthetically and metaphysically for a body.
So yoga practice comes from far back. It's a natural medicine healing process. Me being a curious person that I am, I've done my background. I studied to be a registered instructor, but I also went into the medical field. And I went to a couple of physical therapy classes to see what's too physical. Why do people rather choose physical therapy? It cost me an arm and a leg. But wouldn't you know that the homework they gave me, the work that they told me to practice was yoga. It was yoga. It's something that we can do for free. Yoga is for you. I hear all the time people saying, "Oh, I'm not flexible." Yes, yoga can create flexibility, but you don't have to go that far. It's for whatever your body limits. And then you will see as you continue it on that your body is unlimited.
Absolutely.
And I don't think I answered your question.
No, you actually did. You did in your own way because, like you said, it's tapping in within. So, as far as with yoga, do you feel like breathing is a big aspect of it, and do you feel
Absolutely.
like we as people don't know how to breathe properly? Because I hear that a lot from either yoga instructors or people who teach the taekwondo and all those different techniques. It's all about the breathing, because also we know that our body is made of energies. We're big into energies, right? So we kind of dived into chakras and how the body centers work over the last couple episodes. So in knowing how these body energies work within, the whole premise to get the kundalini energy rising, right? So that you can reach your crown chakra. But you can't do that without first learning the breathing techniques. And I feel like yoga is a huge part of that, along with meditation, right?
Yes, absolutely. We call it the pranayama.
Yes.
Pranayama is a breathing technique. And going back to my story of going to physical therapy, I did it before stretching. I'm one of those that have to stretch every morning because I have trauma. I have past trauma, which I include in my yoga sequences. But I participated with the physical therapy, and she was like, I noticed, she said, "Oh, you're very stiff." And then we redid it, everything, we did everything again, and I incorporate my breathing techniques with it. And she was like, "Hold on, wait a minute, you're more flexible than I thought." That was a perfect example, and it was a proven fact to me that you can achieve so much more if you just breathe right.
Yes. Absolutely. And follow through. Don't give in the first sight of uncomfortableness. Sometimes we have to learn to be uncomfortable. Learning these new practices is not something we was all brought up on, but being around people such as yourself who has practiced it and also can instruct us and has been educated in it, I mean, that allows us to bring up the vibrations. Because to your point, it's a free practice. Once you learn how to utilize it, you learn how to stretch your body, and you learn how to breathe properly, you can tap into some undivine energy, right? So I think that's everything. So we're going to bring this full circle, right? Because we led with the high value woman and high value man. So I love how you gave your interception as far as how yoga practices and meditation can assist with personal development. So, and also to raise the vibrations, not just in oneself, but also in relationships. So, how do you feel as far as self love? How does that show and reflect in a relationship? Do you feel like one should get that in tune first before they do any venture? And then also, what if someone's been in a relationship for 5, 10, 15 years? How can they also rediscover themselves? Because their partner may feel like, hey, I got him or her figured out, but you're getting into these new practices that we're speaking about. So how can one evolve in this type of chaotic society?
For one, I feel that you should always be open. When you enter a new relationship, whether it's new or old, when you enter a relationship, you should be open to this person because the body is always changing, the mind is always changing. Yes, self-love is most important. So you should love yourself first. Once you love yourself completely, then it's then you'll be able to love another person completely. um since it's you, like I said, yoga is about you, but it's your world. You're bringing this other person in your world. It's selfish to me to bring another person in your world if you don't even like yourself.
Whoa. Say that again, sis, because that's some facts. Because we speak about that a lot. A lot. You're gonna retrieve what it is that you are. You're gonna attract what it is that you already are. So that's a great point.
Absolutely. Yeah. So self-love is the first step before loving someone else because they're just going to bring more onto the table. So if you don't like yourself and you bring this person in that's all about love, eventually they're not going to like you either because it's all energy. It's all energy. So they're taking in your energy that you're bringing in, even though you're hiding it. You could be perfect at hiding it. The energy has no face.
I love that. I love that energy. Do not lie.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
So, what was the second question about?
Yeah, so basically, how can we coexist? So we have Mr. Corey Ether and Marcus Sice joining the stage. So we're gonna make sure we balance out these energies and make sure we get a broader perspective from a guy's point of view as far as feminine energy and also masculine energy. So we're going to ask some more questions and get some more dialogue going on in here. But in the interim, we would love for you guys to tune in. Intellectual Radio 708-223-8953. Miss Brandy J is on the mic. Tune in, and I will be right back. Love you.
I see you, baby. Get your shine on. Get your glow up. One time. For the babies on the south side, the east side, the west side, the north side. Chi-town. Hey, oh. There's a song in your song. It can flow from short to long. In your song, you are the story. Getting past your past, struggling with your past. It'll pass. It'll pass. Hey there, over there. You're torn from where and there. It'll bear. You'll get there. I know what I know. I suffered more than you know. Yet I can grow. In the cold, in the cold. There's always something inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you beautiful, it makes you. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the you that's meant to grow. There's always something inside of you. Something inside of you. It makes you beautiful, makes you you. Yeah, yeah. Be the sun that makes the flowers grow. Be the spirit child, be the you that's meant to grow. Find it in the afternoon.
Hello. Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys for tuning back in. Again, Intellectual Radio, Brandy J, your host with the most. Let's go. So, again, as we stated, guys, we have the Battle of the Sexes. Let's go. We have Mr. Corey Ether hitting the stage, actor, all around, just great entertainer. Also, he has his clothing line. Y'all check me out. Y'all see how I'm flexing. Y'all see the look.
Drippy.
You know, your girl got to come through. Of course, Miss Nirvana, she is still with us. Oh, my baby girl, my Pisces, she's swimming, y'all. Oh, I love it. And of course, my comedian, all around great entertainer. Also, Intellectual Radio, Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Let's go. Sice, what's going on, cuz?
You know me, baby. Just out here being the cutest, ugly person that I can be.
You show is ugly.
Jeez,
You gotta speak for yourself.
but I got cute features. Hold on, calm down. Look, all right, you better understand. Look, I'm a cute ugly. All right, I'm ugly.
You a
but I
different
got
type of
cute-
ugly?
Yeah, like, I got cute features with mine. You feel me?
I bet. So listen, guys, we're going to be talking about high value men and high value women. So I'm going to be giving you guys a pen, and we're just going to keep this quick, nice, and sweet, right? Okay, so let's get into the
Sweet.
first question. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Can a high value man and a high value woman coexist? Or does the ego of them two, because I'm a high value man and I'm a high value woman, does that get in between the overall goal? Let's go.
It can get in between. It can get in
Uh,
between.
I mean, it's about personally. I mean, it's about the knowledge of, you know what I'm saying, as far as how you born and, you know, how you raised. Because at the end of the day, me personally, no, it shouldn't. If you have value, then another person have value. You should respect your high valueness. Like, so
In the perfect world, I like that. I like that in the
I mean,
perfect world.
that's a perfect world.
Miss, you got something to say, sis. What you got to say?
She looking at me like, you
mm.
know we live in America, right?
Right.
It was the pink glasses. It was the pink glasses.
You know this America. Like, first of all, look, okay, Jesus is on the main line, but he ain't even tell me about what's going on here on this devilish world.
No,
but,
absolutely. No, I agree with you. It shouldn't. It shouldn't, but as I
Definitely.
said, it can. Because as Brandy said, some people get stuck in their egos. And that goes back to what we was talking about earlier. If you have self-love and you're open to other people, then it won't get in the way. But with a lot of people being high valued or high egoistic, it can get in the way.
Facts.
Absolutely.
I definitely understand. Like, yeah, in this world, because like everybody not raised the right way. It's definitely like the times that we living in right now. Oh no, like it's not a high value yourself, but it's a different way of high value yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they're not thinking of high value as in just a queen and following yourself as, just treating yourself as the person of earth that
I
you
like
are.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I'm a thought. Look, I need 13,000.
Well, this kind of going back to what you said, Ether, last week is when we have to define what value is first.
Perfect.
So what
Correct.
is value? What does one consider value to be? So look, expand.
Okay, I see how you did that. Thanks.
Decent.
Well, one, I mean, like, I think high value is kind of going a little far because we actually have to figure out what value is off top, right? And then we have to figure out what's value to us. So, like, I feel like, prime example, like, I could be a guy that comes with 75% of some things, right? And then this woman that I'm dealing with could come with that extra 25. And I'm sorry, I can come with some 75% of stuff and 25% of stuff, right? The woman of value I'm dealing with could have 25% of some things and 75%. I'm just kind of breaking it down to the point of, can we just like get 100%? Can we work together? Because it's like,
Facts.
I can't lay the bricks and pass them at the same time. So if you can like pass me the brick, I can like lay it and we could be like a team player. And I think that's where people kind of mess up at. I think people exaggerate their value a bit.
Whoa.
It's like you can be
Yeah.
anybody you want to be on social media, but it's like, when it comes to real life, you can't pretend, right?
This is true.
So, and I think that people get a little discouraged when it comes to that because I think people end up sabotaging their own relationship when they figure out that they're not as awesome as they thought.
Whoa.
Because I've learned like people want to be happy. People want everything they want, but they want to be able to control it as well. And I was also talking about like being able to play your position. Like as a man, you should have some prerequisites going on. You know what I mean? As a woman, a woman should have her own prerequisites. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really get moved when an adult tells me that they paid all their bills this month, and I'll be like,
Duh.
congratulations, adults. Congratulations. You know what
But
I
do
mean?
you feel like us as women, and Queen, maybe you can help me tap into that, like because we as women been kind of dismissed a lot from society genetically. When you think about our grandmothers and the other generations, women didn't have as much access to capital, as much access to things that we have now. So now we kind of maybe tapping too much into the ego, and that's the whole city girls trend. I'm not saying that's the answer, but we have to understand. Not understand, we have to understand where that energy is coming from when a woman is saying, now I can do my own, I got my own, I don't need you.
You know what?
I'm
going to say this. Like,
okay.
And I spoke this on my show earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy because it's definitely, I look at it as that old school value. You know what I'm saying? Like the old school value as far as when I say like nowadays, these young persons, like these young mothers, you know what I'm saying? Like what they're doing is they're raising their child as, I'm not gonna treat my child like my mom and them taught me. Like how they was treating me. I'm not gonna treat like my grandma and them was treating me. So now
they want to be friends.
They're friends now.
Yep.
They want to hang out with them instead of you got to set that boundaries of look, I'm your mama and you're my child. Nowadays, that's what's saying when we go with the value is nowadays I'm the same age. I can kick it just like my daughter can kick it. We all in the club. I can't wait till my daughter get in the club. We can wear the same outfits. You know what I'm saying? So
do you want to know why?
Wilding out.
You want to know?
He's showing out. You gonna
but
please,
honestly,
Queen.
but-
We're gonna have to do this.
sorry.
Thank you, boo.
I'm sorry.
Okay, look, we gotta balance out the scales.
Uh-oh.
Hey, all right.
We gotta balance out the
Here we go.
scales.
Look, boy, I thought we came for the man point of
We
view.
was coming back.
Go
No,
ahead.
I'm gonna bring it back to
Shoot
what
over that ball in your court.
Thank you. I catch it. So
Decent.
I'm gonna take it back to what Ether was saying, or what you both were saying, basically on how the past, in the past, our parents raised us a certain way, and now this generation is raising them another way. You have to think time has changed, and things and within this time has changed us. And not even this, just that it's not even the way the parents are raising the child, it's the way the child is going about life. That shows their value. But no, my point of view is like, as a woman, I agree with Brandy totally. We are what the dominant. We are left alone. I feel that the Black women are the most unprotected jewel out here.
Ooh, let's
I'm
go.
just saying,
I love
Hold
it.
on. Now watch
Speak
this.
fast.
unprotected
watch this.
jewel out
Let me
here.
just- let me-
we protecting
Yes.
you.
No,
we
no,
got
no.
your
I
back.
feel hey, sister.
And then y'all
hey,
leave us with a
correct.
baby.
No, 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 no.
Then we raise
No, we ain't
y'all
doing that.
best
We
friend.
ain't doing
Because
that.
y'all ain't our
We
best
doing that.
friend.
I love
Listen,
it,
the
y'all.
only thing I'm gonna say is this.
Battle of the
I'm gonna say,
sexes,
like,
let's go.
I feel
got no
you.
kids, so.
No, that's disclaimer. I ain't got no kids. I'm speaking
Oh,
for y'all
that's
with the
it.
kids. But no, what
Okay.
I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
this. I definitely times have changed. Exactly what you said, but values haven't. Simple.
Okay, good point.
Like at the end of the day, times has changed, but if you got that strong structure, that good value of being a good person, a good woman, a good husband, a good woman, good man, good wife, good husband, just like those them values, those them real strength, true values. Now that goes from time to time to time.
So
I'm saying
you're saying I can't be a good person because I'm raising my daughter to come talk to me than to go talk to her best friends.
no. What I'm no. What I'm saying is times change, but values don't. At the end of the day, you have to adjust it to the times, but yet and still, you have to have them same values.
So
Like,
boundaries.
like it's bound.
May-
Exactly.
That's what
May-
you
may
mean,
I
boundaries. Because I'm
answer
like,
that?
you can't
It
be
sounds like you're
valuable.
saying
Yeah,
boundaries.
absolutely.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Yes,
Hey, I'm gonna
absolutely,
speak.
Mr.
I
Ether.
want my
Let's go.
child to talk to me. Like, that's the whole thing. That's what your parents really wanted from you. They
Man.
wanted you to come and talk to them. Like, and they can sit there, they can sit there and say what they wanted to, but if you had that relationship where I can come home and tell you, well, mom or dad, this would happen today, and woo woo woo, and they're gonna sit down and give you good advice and not judge you about it, then you'll be cool.
Ether, let's go. I like your sights. I like what you're
I
saying.
see what you did there. All right, so there's a couple things. I think that you can look at certain things from two ways. You either look at it from the basis of what someone told you or your actual experiences. Okay. I think that a lot of folks' parents sent them off.
Period. Yeah,
They
exactly.
sent them off as adults, which is why they have to be their friends when they become adults because they didn't teach them much when they were kids.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
this
think
is so
that
deep.
I think that as far as today, how things are working as far as the family, it's severely fractured because I remember I wasn't there, but if we look in the history books, when Black folks had less, we stuck together more.
Absolutely.
Now there's a
Absolutely.
situation where folks are saying, "Well, I don't need
I
you.
don't need
I'm
you."
good. I can do good all by
Egoistic.
myself." And I'm like, "Dang, boo, we can be great together."
Yeah.
And she like, "Nah, I got my own money. I can go do what I want to do, whoever I want to do." And you like, "Wow." Because I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm real big on like people playing their positions. I feel like there's a reason why tradition is a tradition, like where the man went to go to work, provide things of that nature. The woman was at home taking care of the house. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Taking care of the house and making money are two different things. Taking care of the house is actually almost like two full-time jobs.
True.
So I'm gonna be real. I personally don't get impressed with a woman's money because she's not about to go spend the money on me. I mean, if she do, thanks, boo. But at the same time, as a man, I don't really look for a woman's anything that she has is extra. I think that men have got to, I don't care what happens, like with your, say if you're not with the child's mom anymore, right? Or your children's mom. I think men, a lot of guys, like when that relationship has severed with the person that they created life with, is almost as if that relationship with the life they created is severed too. I think guys don't sit up there and work really, 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 really hard to be a father in their child's life. Like I have a daughter. Her name is Sage. Hey, Sage. And
Sage.
she's 3 years old, right?
I forgot,
And
man.
with
Like I
my
said.
3-year-old Sage, I know that as a man, she's going to look at me and say, yo, this is how I view men because of my father. My father taught me this. My father taught me that. My daddy taught me respect. He taught me how a man is supposed to treat me. So it's kind of like when a little girl does not have her father showing her these things, she's looking at how she thinks it's supposed to go as she's going through life. And then she gets to a point in life where she has these imaginations in her head. She says, well, I'm going to do everything my own way, and I think it should go this way because our households aren't staying together anymore. Our households aren't staying together anymore.
No, it's not.
Like
it kind of
that's the
goes.
issue.
It really is, and that kind of goes into our conversation briefly that we had last week, which is when they brought in the link cars and the housing into our communities. The whole propaganda behind that was get rid of the black man, get rid of him, and it will become the government will be your man, and he ain't nothing. In fact, we'll increase your pay rate. We'll have you living on this assistance. We'll have you needing us, and to where you disvalue the black man. And then when they got through with the whole school to prison pipeline, which they are still doing to this very moment, that's why you have the such disgruntled feeling as towards the black man. Because there is no respect. And then now you have the woman also being a little bit too much in the ego, like, well, I've been doing it by myself. My mama didn't have no husband around, or so on and so forth. So you have the energies that's unbalanced, right? But in these conversations, we always can balance out the scales. So I'm going to open this up to you, Miss Queen. So do you feel like we can operate more in our feminine energy? And what's some of the things that we can do to provoke some of that feminine energy so that we can entice our kings? Because we love our kings, right? We absolutely love our black kings. Period. We do.
They love us.
We do.
They love us.
Hey, listen, we put up a lot through y'all.
On the Brandy J show because, like,
okay, that's the whole conversation, Corey. Nirvana Queen, answer, Miss Lady. So, what can we do to increase that feminine energy? And all of that good things.
What can we do? Honestly, I wish I can completely answer that. I really do. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. What can we do?
You're doing a great job at just being a woman.
Yeah,
exactly.
Boom, just be a woman.
Holding the standard, just being you. I think
yourself.
The self-love we talked about briefly. Some of the practices that we speak about, meditation, all that's tapping within. When one is in tune within, you can learn how to love. People can learn how to love you based on how you love yourself. So just authentically showing up as yourself.
And to go ahead and bounce off that one.
Bounce off of it.
My life matters.
His life matters, y'all.
You understand? You got to rock with it, man. That's my slogan. Hey, I'm not sober. That's one of the slogans, but definitely how I live life, and that's what it is. My life matter. It starts with self. If you can't love yourself, if you not can look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of who you are, there's no reason you can get out here and do anything.
You can't. Absolutely. And listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. This has been a magical ride for me. Y'all know we are going to be coming back again with you guys. I appreciate you. Corey Ether, let's go. Marcus Spice, let's go. Nirvana, let's go. If y'all want to drop y'all socials, please drop your socials so the people can know where y'all at. Tune in. Intellectual Radio, let's go.
Thank you, guys. My name is It's Nirvana on Instagram with 2 underscore. That's ITS__ Nirvana.
I'm right here, Comedian Sykes, all right, on all social platforms, man. Comedian Sykes, SYKES. That's it. That's Mr. I'm Not Sober.
Find me everywhere at Corey Ether, COREYETHER. Yeah.
Let's go. Brandy J. Brandy J, the Alchemist on IG. Brandy J, 3 Ys. Of course, I'm rocking Ether attire. And of course, you're going to catch me in I'm Not Sober stuff coming next week. My cuz dropping some nice shirts. And my queen, I love you, boo, for coming. Thank you so much for your insight. You guys stay tuned because we're going to be launching a whole class. So you guys want to tune in with her because she brings great energy and just a lot of collective consciousness. And until next Wednesday, guys, high vibrations, high love. Love you guys. Peace. Let's go. Intellectual Radio.
In the cold, there's always something inside of you. It makes you feel,